joined by head women's soccer coach Nikki Izzo-Brown this afternoon. Coach, if you just want to go ahead and open us up with a quick preview for the Bucknell and Duquesne matches this weekend, then we will open it up to questions.
Yeah, we're getting a non-conference schedule in is so exciting for us. We look forward to the next two competitions. We know each team will present us with different shapes, different problems, different opportunities. So we're looking forward to getting back at it and getting a little bit better after the Virginia game.
All right, Sam Caniglio, you'll open us up today.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Good, Sam. How are you?
Doing great. So, now you've had about 24 hours to look at the film from the Virginia game. Tough test against, top 5 team. How do you think you stacked up after watching the film?
Yeah, I mean, you look at, the Lily strikes that ball, hits crossbar, so you're like, okay, first half wasn't as bad as I thought. Then the thing we want is we want all fixables. Obviously I respect Virginia a lot, and I know that, they created their opportunities because they're a top 4 program. So for me, having that type of pressure this early, we just now have to get better from it. And, we felt that a lot of the things that Virginia were able to do was just something that we haven't been able to address and now need to address to get to their level.
Nick Farrell, you're up next.
Yeah, Coach, so along those lines, what's the focus in practice this week as you guys get ready for 2 more non-conference games and you continue to evaluate the talent that you have on this roster?
Yeah, it's just, it's as simple as eliminating dangerous opportunities for opposition and finishing and being real special in the final third. And those are the things that, we need to continue to work on. That final third pass assist is so important. And, at the end of the day, we're always hunting consistency. And I think there were moments that we did some really good things, but at the end of the day, we weren't consistent enough to beat a top 4 program.
Sam Caniglio.
Goalkeepers are always obviously hunting for those clean sheets. So it's kind of tough to say Kaysa played really well, but she was aggressive out there on Sunday and she made a lot of good saves. How do you feel like she's coming along this season so far?
Yeah, you rate a goalkeeper definitely on shutouts. At the end of the day, I could tell Kaysa, Maddie, Jess, Cassidy, you guys had great games. And at the end of the day, they don't get a shutout. They're going to be very disappointed, right? But you look at, the saves that, I thought Kaysa made 2 big saves for us. So I think she understands that she made the saves she was supposed to make. And then she came up with a couple big ones. And that's what you ask for out of a goalkeeper. And, I think Kaysa has definitely come in and shown us all her maturity from her first year, now to where she is at. But she knows she's hunting consistency and just making sure tactically and technically she gets better.
Nick Farrell, you're next.
Coach, I want to ask you about your 2 outside backs. The first part is about Mackenzie Ongst. She likes to get involved in the attack and did that to set up a goal in the opening game. Where has she improved over the last year? And is there something in her game that's lacking? Because to play that position really well, you have to be able to be good at both, right? Facilitating and playing defense. I guess, where does she stand in both of those categories in your mind?
At the end of the day, her main job is to get shutouts and, be a strong 1v1 defender, stay linked into the back line, tactically aware of her job as an outside back. But the evolution, and you guys know this, the evolution of positioning, that outside back is kind of, hybrid of, wide midfielder, wide forward. So she's really got to have a high mentality to attack and be able to create chances for us, just like she did against Buffalo. And by craft, Kenzie, we saw her as a forward, but she's Pittsburgh proud with her grit and her grind. So she made, an easy transition with that blue collar mentality to be a defender.
Kevin Kinder, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, following up on your opening statement about playing two different styles of teams this week in out-of-conference opponents, do you try to set some of those up so you see different styles? Do you try to set up some that maybe mirror a little bit teams in the conference schedule? What's your thought process?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we are, and I'm very guilty of having a tough non-conference schedule because it's tough. It's tough when we lose, and I know it's tough on my team and the staff. And our job is to win, but we want to be playing our best soccer at the end of the year and ready for conference play. So we definitely want to push, like you said, a variety of teams in front of us that will present different problems and just see how the kids respond. I'll tell you, they respond different in training than they do in games, good or bad. So it's just always interesting for us to see, how they adapt when the whistle blows on Delesk.
Nick Farrell, go ahead.
So, second part of the outside back question, Nicole Payne seems like, and this is, I guess I want to know if you agree with this, Coach. She seems like more of a solid defender, whereas Angst can really be that versatile, go up and down and attack on the wings. Am I right in that assessment? Is she more of that player? And do your wingbacks, do they have to complement each other in a way to be successful in your system?
I want to agree with you, but she was also so you're right and wrong. So she was also a forward out of club, but with our U.S. national team played outside back. So she probably has a little bit more, coaching in the back position. And obviously with her national team, Nigeria now, she's also playing in the back. So I think they're both good at what they do. And you'll see them both present that problem coming out of the back as an attacker, but also holding in defensively.
All right. Our last question this afternoon will come from Sam Caniglio.
I'm going to squeeze two in here. One's a follow-up to Nick's, if that's okay. Just real simple. Like you said, Nicole's now playing for Nigeria. She got a cap or two over the summer. Did that affect her at all as a player?
Yeah, I think that training and that environment has made her better, and that mindset has definitely made her better. Sometimes when you have to juggle both of that, it gets hard. So we're just making sure that she feels that she's supported here for both teams. But I would say 100% it's been a great opportunity for her.
Now, final question. You had a nice crowd. It was a beautiful day for soccer yesterday.
Yeah.
A nice crowd. How does it feel to finally have, fans back in the stands on your side once again?
Yeah, I do want to thank everybody that came out yesterday. It was great. What a great crowd, and the enthusiasm. And we heard them. They were loud and proud, and unfortunately we couldn't get a victory. But, that's one thing that I love about being a coach here is the fans. And, for me, and I know the team, to get that back meant everything to us. So it's awesome.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Coach.
We'll see ya.